Hey, it's Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California, here today to share you. Well, I'd love to share you, but instead, I'm going to share my gaze shifting hack to help you to shift your gaze in any position without losing your balance. So, we'll start with just an easy one. Tree pose. That's the big gaze shifting pose. So we take our leg up, we're in tree, our arms are in the air, and your teacher says to you, now look up to your thumbs. Does this ever happen? Because I see it happen all the time. Okay. How do we fix this problem? If you don't already know, gazing, or just our vision in general, is a big part of balancing, which is why it's a lot easier for someone to do a handstand if they have 20/20 vision than if, say, they're blind. Our vision helps us with our proprioception, meaning knowing where we are in space, and therefore it helps us to balance. So when we shift our gaze from whatever is natural and keeping us in the pose to something unnatural, it's gonna knock us out of the pose unless, here I am in my tree position. Let me show you how I shift my gaze. So once my arms are up, right now my gaze is straight forward. So I lift my eyes just a little bit to a little wall landmark above that spot. Right now, it's the switch of my light. Then I lift my gaze just a little bit more to the painting that's above it. Now here's the rub. Anytime you feel like you're losing your balance, you go back to the previous gaze. What's my next landmark? I'm gonna shift to the fire alarm. Because when I have something to anchor my eyes, it helps to anchor my pose. Going up a little bit, I'm now where the wall meets the ceiling. I look for shadows and dots, so a shadow where the edge of the window ends. I look up more to the scratchy things on my ceiling. Look up more to a little knobby thing that my painter seems to have missed, until finally, I'm looking up to my thumbs. Now here's the only thing. It seems like bringing my eyes back to neutral would be simple and balance would be easier. Not necessarily. Shift your gaze maybe a little faster, but in the same fashion down. Finding each landmark before coming back to neutral. Because remember, that the pose isn't over until your foot is easily back down on the floor. Now again, when you use this magical technique, don't just be like forward, light, painting, fire alarm, corner, edge of the window, scratchy part, dot, you can't move that fast. Just like in all balance exercises, you want to find your balance in each spot before moving to the next one. So again, let's do half moon. So half moon is always going to be easier gazing down, especially if you're in the right positioning, meaning your thumb is no further to the right than the pinky toe edge. So now I'm going to have to actually start with floor stuff. I've got so much dirt on my floor, it helps. So there's like a little piece of skin. I know it's too much information. There's like a dark spot on my wood. A piece of fluff. Oh geez. A hairball. My plug for my computer. Now I'm at neutral. Painting. Fire alarm. Corner of the room. It's getting a little harder, so I'm going to move slower. Finding my edges. Edge of the window, scratchy parts, dot, and thumb. The good news about half moon is you could come out just by taking your hand down and coming down. You don't even have to go through that whole process on the way back. So, simple hack makes a big difference. Don't just throw your head back and throw your head forward. Take your time, just like all balance. Everything slow and easy wins the race. Just a reminder, if you really want to take your practice to the next level, be sure to check out my full-length classes on Vimeo so you can build all the skills and flexibility and strength that it takes to do all the poses that we do here on YouTube. This is Shana Meyerson with YOGAthletica in Los Angeles, California. I hope you like the hack, and I hope you have an awesome weekend.